Hello. Okay. So I had an interesting experience I want to talk about. I want to say something. Okay, so I am a lesbian and I am also non-binary. And also I used to be married to a man and I had 2 children the old-fashioned way. And then we divorced and I met my current partner and wife, who at that time, long ago, joined with me and parented that first set of children with me and their father, who was still parenting. So we 3 raised those kids separately in a weird kind of adversarial, combative fight over something. I don't know who gets to own the spirits of these children. I'm so sorry. Anyway, they grew up and my partner longed to experience the miracle of birth and gestation and like making a baby. So we went through fertility treatments and that way conceived 2 more kids. And she carried both of them, and we used an anonymous sperm donor. And this whole history is in explanation of my current living situation, which is myself, my wife, or am I her wife? Wife is a word that's just so loaded. We're married. We got married 10 years after we met, while she was very pregnant with our first daughter. And we got married then because it was allowed. And before that, civil union was allowed, but that wasn't the same as marriage. And we were like, don't want to do a different thing that we might have to undo so that we can do this, like, let's just wait. So we did. And then, yeah. So today I live with her and our 2 sperm donor children. And for lack of a better term, and what else? And also my oldest son from my previous marriage, who has autism and a few other things, and has some high support needs that I need to attend to, except that I cannot physically do it anymore. I cannot clean his space. I cannot help with his hygiene. I cannot do it. My body is worn out. So the CLSC has provided me someone who will come and clean his space for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that, because my son hoards candy wrappers under his bed and invites vermin. And he also has a lot of things that he likes to collect, but there are lots of small pieces and objects, and it gets very dusty. So she came today, except she is not fluent in French and not fluent in English, although her receptive English is better than her spoken English. And we were able to communicate, but it was not easy. And plus, she's from another culture where it doesn't immediately come to mind, oh, you're 2 women living together, not just working in the same space. Like, although we do work from home. So there's a whole bunch of social layers that mask our identity from others. And it's not because we're pretending to be other than we are. It's because others just don't make those assumptions. And they do make the opposite assumptions, Then they see 2 women together raising a family. They think, oh, wow, that's wonderful. But they don't realize that those two women might be married. They might be in love. They might have a different kind of relationship from what they believe or see as maybe a sisterly, or a grandmother and a child and a daughter raising her kids together. Like, there's not a huge age difference between my partner and I, but I do look very young, so people do kind of look confused sometimes. They're like, who had what kid and how does this math work? All right, so I got through it. I explained everything to her. For a moment, she thought that my autistic son had impregnated me with artificial insemination, which we got through that hurdle. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's kind of scary, hilarious. But she took it in good humor, and so did I. And I think she's going to come back, and I'm going to be glad to have her back. Bye, everybody.